Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Mythology Replay. So on our right side as the slightly green Shennong, we got Dagon. So on left side as the red Susanoo, we got Pudin. Sorry, I like the intro music. I'm getting a little bit too entranced with it. When it comes to the major gods, we've got Shennong focused on farming, myth units, healing, particularly the Seeds of Prosperity. Gives a base, so occasionally get free myth units. On favorite lands, you get health regen. On farms, are available in Archaic Age and built instantly on favorite lands. And the farm upgrades are researched for free and instantly as well in their respective ages. Whereas other myth units got Herbal Medicine, a Age of Empires traditional upgrade, allows your sages to heal up to multiple targets at once, and Peach of Immortality, make your heroes more hit points and myth units. Susanoo is, of course, focused on myth units and god powers. He gets Bushido experience per myth unit. Invoking god powers makes other god powers 25% cheaper, and the myth unit's special abilities get casted more often. When it comes to his unique upgrade, Crushing Waves makes his myth units faster and get them 1 divine damage. I think that's particularly useful for the Kitsune, which you should probably go for Inari Okami for the Kitsune increases. Speaking of which, let's go to the minor gods. Inari Okami get the very powerful Swampland upgrade. The somewhat weak myth unit here, Jorogumo. The Wisdom 9 upgrades their Kitsune from 3 tails and 9 tails, improving the hit points by 75% and allows their aura to stack twice. Gives your myth units a gold bounty upon attacking, particularly useful for any myth unit play, such as Kitsune. And we do have the Shennong Bannerman, make the cavalry have 10% hit points and a bit of bonus damage for the cavalry, which is very nice. Mina Katatomi is a pretty nice minor god, but the least selected of the 3 minor gods for the Japanese. Inari Okami is the most selected, with the other one, Susan, I can't remember her name, is probably the second most selected, and this is the least selected. This is actually a pretty nice god power. You get a lot of huntable deer. You get an upgrade to improve the collection rate of that said deer. Ranged soldiers can increase range and damage, which is very nice to have, and make your ranged soldiers cheaper, as well as siege weapons cheaper. He is actually a pretty good minor god. This guy, the myth unit, I have no idea. Last time I saw him, he got bolted by Zeus immediately. Since Susanoo's more myth unit focus, his opponent may want to eye something more focused on heroes, but that's a little bit tall order in Age 2, that's usually Age 3 stuff. Trio provides a potential stun. You got a dragon doggo with a sword in his mouth to teleport. You get the key halberdier, increasing your counter cavalry units range by 1 and give them more snare effect, which is probably particularly good since a lot of compositions do include Naginata Riders, so this should be pretty nice there. Bit of pillage. Earth wall there. Get a free wall/gate across the location. Kong Key, a mobile myth unit that can fly and land. Defense capabilities, nothing too significant. This is probably the better part of Ho2, this upgrade here. Plus doesn't increase drop off, very nice. And of course, villagers build and build faster, which is not that great, honestly. We do have that being selected there, Ho2. And we do also have the Inari Okami there. Looks like Susanoo is going for some husbandry, so all of his goats are going to have a husband. At the Pioneer, I saw the green dot on the map and I thought it was the vulture. The flying doggo, if you will. They're actually pretty nice apparently, the humans. Since they're a scavenger, they only really eat dead carcasses, but apparently they are almost as compatible as dogs as a pet. Konki does steal goat. Goat's of course the goat. 2 goats have been claimed. Might as well tax them back home. Miko here. Miko's more of a heroic villager, so not great. Destroys that structure. Has an immense multiplier and good base damage, but her health is low and move speed's not great. But at least in a 1v1, at least can force back the flying kitty. Next free myth unit is going to be available soon, a Konki, which is this. 2 goats here. And we've got another Kitsune now being queued on up, and Wisdom 9 to upgrade the Kitsune. Their damage is not great. Polish the eye for... Oh, there's Crushing Waves there. This will give them +1 divine damage. Very nice to have. Also going to increase movement speed. I think they get up to 7.2 movement speed when there's another Kitsune nearby. They become their own little rating cabinet. They're not high damaging, but they're quite reasonable. That's knocking out of riders on the build queue. Plus, Susanoo does get a Bushido experience when they're on the field, which is very nice. Gotta stay away from Pioneer though. Knocking out of riders. The 9-tailed upgrade is complete. They got more Kitsune here. I love Age of Mythology music. Age of Empires had some of the best ambient music in the game. Though, StarCraft 2, as well as StarCraft in general, has good ambient music. I swear, Command & Conquer, Age of Empires, and StarCraft, the best RTSs when it comes to at least for ambient music. Though, Supreme Commander is a pretty nice RTS, but the music is a bit more not ambient. Miko slapping the kitty. These villagers are exposed, so the Naginata Riders and the Kitsune could start engaging them. Trying to see what the other ones are. He had a handful of them queued on up. There's... Yep. You see here with the increased movement speed, they have the 7.3, which so they outrun the Naginata Riders by a severe amount. Skip the horses, just go straight fox. Right now, these guys are doing 9 damage. The Kitsune's DPS is 4.8 plus 7, so less, but has been divine damage and much faster. And also a bit more tanky with the 9-tail upgrade as well at 195 health. And their cost is actually pretty cheap as well. They are 1 population, 8 favor, 25 food. 25 food. Those walls were not complete. These walls are gates, so they exist. Those surround the Kofu. Giraffes here being obtained. Trying to obtain that delicious giraffe meat. Neck meat. Whoa, has a relic improved line of sight by 5, so 11. How much is there? Don't see a measurement there for a line of sight, but that line of sight should be absurd. Yeah, let's turn to Fog of War at the moment. It doesn't seem too great. Oh, there's the Terracotta Riders. They are fast. The Kitsune are faster, but they're getting tied up by blocking. Those lose from the Kitsune. Oh, what's that speed boost there? A formation, getting back to the formation. This one does get snared a little bit there by Terracotta Riders. They got the Kong Key here. Does go down there. You have the Roshu there, get access to the Baoi and the Pixie. Nothing queued up for Susanoo. I think Susanoo should probably age up to... Wait. Oh, he's already aged up. I did not see that. He did age up to Rajin. Aging previous infantry hit points give the infantry lifesteal, as well as make your god powers cheaper, and seeing his god powers make other ones cheaper by being used. Probably best to use the most expensive one first. Swampland or Thunderous Spur should be used first, and then bring in this last to make the other two cheaper. Though both these god powers don't really synergize each other. One does knock around and does damage to an area, the other one instantly kills certain human soldiers. So they're not really ones you want to mix together. Terracotta Riders down to 1 health. Got some Halberdiers, got Bao Hui now being pulled in the field. Red's sort of lacking a bit of a military force here. Does have his free Raju here, but it's going to get overwhelmed. I think it's a good time for Thunderous Burst. Not enough targets there for the Swamplands, I think. But for the Fire Archers back there. Does go the Swamplands. Got a couple of Raju here. It's got a very healthy number of Raju. Now, probably a good idea to go for Thunderous Burst over here. The free Jorogumo is being picked up there. There's Katana, but looks like a miss. Does take a bit of wind up time. Green has a good number of villagers here trying to steal this town center, looks like. That Yumi Archers and Nagana Riders firing Queen Bluntino, as well as Daimyo and a couple Raju. Oh, that's just Terracotta Rider, that's what I'm hearing. Miko got deployed in the field. Miko's more close to heroic villagers. Their health is very low. Yeah, their base health I think is the same as peasants, so they're not that great. Oh, finally got abundance being researched. Probably should have gone for that a little bit earlier. Either way, good number of Bahui there. A couple of Rajus here to counter. Does get some good stuns there. The Kong Key got stunned when going up. Another stable being employed in the field. Gilded shields now being researched, increasing Dallas Swordsman's pierce armor. Subsex of Fey Beast is not used Prosperous Seeds at all. Really should be item to use that more often in my opinion. More of the Yumi Archers being pulled in the field is more Naginata Riders. Heavy is still a bit far away. Another Katana Slash there. Probably should have gone for Thunderous Burst before that to get that cost reduction going. Back going for Thunderous Burst now would make it cheap enough to go for the Swamp ones. On this, the outer radius doesn't get shown till the next cast. Good amount of damage there. Swamplands is almost available once again. Halberdiers being engaged by Naginata Riders, which should be the opposite way around. Villagers back on off. Next free Mythian is Quinn Wong, the Water Dragon. Daimyo does go down there. Miko gains a frontline healing. Got some Pioneers being queued on up, as well as more Halberdiers. We do now have Divine Judgment queued on up. There's a Kolong, which can be countered out by ranged buildings, because there's no crush damage, or by some heroic archers, in this case Bushis. Divine Judgment being queued on up, give his infantry units 1 melee divine damage, as well as a bit of bonus damage for myth units. We have a queue up here of Hong Di. I don't remember him on top of my head. I think that's like one of the least selected ones. Hong Di provides the Lightning Dragon, the Ling Yinglong. Provides the Hong Di myth units, faces building that temporarily banish enemy units and terrify enemies. Infantry gives on death. Nearby infantry gets damage to damage and life steal. Yeah, wait, what the load is there. There's the Fey Beast. Villagers do back off to the castle, but they're still a bit poisoned. Nico's not getting affected by it. The Fey is getting hit, going to the town center now, but also not getting in the town center. Those villagers going down, it's not being saved. Go along firing away, another katana slash there. Swamplands are down a foot to favor. Bushi's firing away against Quinn Long, there's a bit of damage there. Oh, that's what I'm hearing him, the shrine getting hit by arrows. What was the other aspects? Let's see. This improves village hit points by 10%, human soldiers hit points by 10%, and a hacked armor by 10%. Decrease the cost of military camps and their units, so cheaper dowel swordsmen, halberdiers, and javeliers. And more banishment stuff. In comparison, Susanoo could go for... Yep. Fight. Got some white tiger cavalry there. Got Swampland summon, particularly useful against these cavalry units. Looks like largely got off the Swamplands. Did get grabbed through the castle there. Raju getting hit by the pioneers. Go along, gets shot down. Texu, or the Hundui, who has not been deployed there, that was the free one he got from here, has 50 crush damage. The castle does go down. Banish the human soldier there from existence. Villagers need to get inside the town center now. A couple of Mikos queued on up. And looks like Red does resign there. That's Angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.